Yo, yo, yo. What is good, everyone? Hopefully, everyone's having a good day. Let's switch real quick. Boom. We're here. We're ready. We're locked and loaded for One Piece chapter 1151. We're now halfway through the 1100s, which is kind of crazy, but we're on our way. I'm very excited. I know absolutely nothing about the chapter, which I think is going to make this a lot of fun, you know? We saw in the last chapter, obviously, Emu has this really interesting ability, the Reversey ability, which turns people seemingly evil or releases some evil inside of people. Very interesting. A lot of intriguing foreshadowing, whether it's, build up with powers, whether it is a connection to Blackbeard and the Abyss in some form or fashion. I'm not entirely sure, but there's a lot here. I find it incredibly intriguing. And we obviously have the dramatic angle of this, which is Dorian Broggie and many other giants are being coerced to the side of evil, you know? And that's going to be a big deal for my man Usopp. So I'm very excited for what's to come in this chapter. I would love to see Usopp react to the giants more than anything. I need to see him have this, not heroic by any means, but like this wake up call, like, oh, this is a big deal. And obviously this is a really big deal because they're going after Jarl. Huge deal. They're trying to kill the leader of Elbaf at the moment, the chief who's holding on to the legacy of the past, which I think is going to lead to a very intriguing blowout with the generational divide of Elbaf as a whole. So I'm very excited. I think this has potential to be a really great chapter, just like last week. So my predictions are as follows. For me, I'm really leaning towards this being mostly reacting to what's going on with Emu, because obviously the last chapter was a major reveal chapter with Emu possessing Gunko, having this Reversey ability. There's a lot here, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself in a way, because I feel as though all of the Emu stuff could keep going. It easily could, but I want to kind of tame my expectations a bit, because although Emu is here and actually doing something, I feel as though it's got to be something a bit more reactionary for this one, but I'm very excited. I think this will be a great chapter, especially after the follow-up with, Gunko getting possessed, and then that entire last chapter being a masterclass, in my opinion. So, personally, I'm very excited. I do want to just do something real quick. Well, two things real quick, actually. Firstly, let's do our gifted members of the stream, since it's the second stream of the month. Let's do the gifted members. Let's see who the lucky 5 are this month. Alright, shout outs to... And I'm also doing this to check if the chat box is working, because I'm seeing messages here, but they're not on the screen. Just give me a second. No, not there. Alright, cool. Let's see these lucky 5 right now. Alright, shout outs to... Oh, it is working now. Okay. And that's an amazing segue as well, this happy sound effect here. So I want to give a huge shout out to Spencer, Brandon King, Cash, The Real Croc, and Caleb Brown. Shouts to you, Lucky 5, for being gifted members to the channel. Now, this is entirely unrelated to One Piece, but I want to bring it up, and I will probably bring it up after this, chapter reaction as well. This week has been absolutely insane for me for announcements for like games and stuff, including today. So I just wanted to, talk about it real quick. I played Mario Kart, the new game, over the past few days. Absolutely incredible. I did not get a Switch 2. I was trying to get one, but I did not get it yet. It's great. The new Mario Kart's really great. I can't even imagine how much fun it's going to be learning the world and levels and all that. It's so cool. But the announcements, crazy. The new Sonic racing game I've talked about before on stream, just gets better and better. Looking absolutely crazy with these new crossover characters. Looks very cool. Resident Evil 9 was announced, and I absolutely love Resident Evil 7 and many other games in the series, obviously. So that's going to be great. But I think the most shocking thing to me was today, I'm scrolling through, about to drive home from where I was playing Mario Kart. And what do you know, they're doing a Persona 4 remake, just like they did with Persona 3. And Persona 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. So I cannot believe what's happening this entire week. It's crazy. So, and there's been tons of other things announced as well. I just haven't been fully in the loop. But oh yeah, and Street Fighter, they're bringing back Sagat, my guy. Very excited. And other great characters like Sea Viper. She's finally going to be playable again too. A lot of greatness. A lot of greatness this week. I think this might be, like, in terms of gaming news, like, directed towards me, a very strong week. A very strong week. But enough of that right now. Obviously, we could talk about that after we get done this phenomenal chapter. So I say we lock in and give it a read. We are on 1151. Gonna be absolutely a banger. And it's called I Get the Idea. Now, that's more likely than not a quote from a character. That's more likely than not a quote from a character. But the cover story here is interesting. It's like Yamato is in the sumo, just like Luffy with Yokozuna. And I see Kawamatsu there, so that's cute. We're probably going to get a Kawamatsu one next chapter. Because I don't think Yamato and Kawamatsu had a page yet so far in the cover story. But that's cute. I like it. Sumo tourney in Hakumai. Hurling Urashima's big brother, Yokozuna Sukune. Okay, so the Yokozuna's like the top dog. Okay. So Yokozuna wasn't the guy's name. Urashima. Okay. Invader Zach, you definitely get into those games. Phenomenal games. All good. Alright. Chapter 1151. I Get the Idea. Let's go. Alright, immediately we are back to Evil Giants. I'm happy. We're also going to do the thing I tried last week, which I thought was very successful, which is the single page by page. Usually I do the double page by page, but I think the single one might be a bit better because it kind of gets me anticipating more, and it doesn't give me that full, like, because my brain, obviously kind of does still go from the left to the right, so I see what's supposed to be revealed later on. So I think doing this single page thing might be better in the long run. So we're going to try that for at least a bit. Sorry, this strand of hair is driving me crazy. All right. Wait, captains, you mustn't do this. Chief Jarl is the world's oldest warrior. He's a hero of legend. And this giant has like one of those Roman gladiator like mohawk things. Very interesting. Is this not? It is Oimo and Kashi. They had that too. Is that not Oimo and Kashi right there? I swear they had that helmet. Maybe I'm just crazy. It does kind of look like them, but maybe I'm crazy. Anyhow, let's continue. We looked up to him for our entire lives, haven't we? Yes, that's right, Kashi. Oh, wow, there you go. It's right, Kashi. Just look down a panel and we get that result. The warrior we once admired has grown old and feeble, so it's time to force him into retirement. We've got the menacing characters, very cute. It's so interesting seeing these characters we've known for such a long time. Like Kashi, Oimo and Kashi, like we've known about them forever. And now we're seeing them talk with Dorian Brogan. Like, this is awesome. This is awesome. I'm loving this right now. I'm loving this. Oh, and there's Dory. And then we will be the kings of Elbaf. There's no need for the god of Elbaf anymore. Bring about the age of war. We'll build an era defined by the ruthless and the mighty. Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. No need for the god of Elbaf. Are they referring to the sun god, possibly? Or just Elbaf, like the god Elbaf? That's interesting. Also, my hair is kind of annoying me. Give me a second. Gotta get this out of my face. Alright. You guys never talked like that before. What's gotten into you? Stay back, Kashi. They were flipped over and turned into different people entirely. Now they're like demons, dark and twisted all the way to their core. It can't be. Okay, so the other guy, the one who I couldn't recognize as Oimo or Kashi with the really long neck, so he's probably a long neck giant hybrid, which that would be fun. Thorman. Oh, Thorman's trapped between them, so he starts getting flipped over. It's very interesting that we're seeing a literal game board as a representative of the island of Elbaf, seemingly, and the people that are there. Just like in Wano, with the raid on Onigashima, with I think it was the Go board. I don't know if it was Reversey or Go, but it's like a very similar looking game with the square and the little circles, you know. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh no, I'm trapped between them. No, wait. I don't want to turn evil. Don't flip me over. Oh, now he's evil immediately. Ah, what an incredible feeling. No, Thorman, not you too. Oh, this is a double page spread here, I think. Retreat for now. The tides have turned against us. The enemy took out Gabon, it seems. Huh? When did that happen? Oh, not when did that happen. I know exactly when that happened. It was when Gunko shot Gabon off the edge of the tree. Oh my god. No, that can't be. Oh, and Ripley, of course, is reacting, but like silently. Very cool. Wait for me, Colin. Is that true about Mr. Ya? Mama's gonna save you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ripley, you gotta lock in. So we're continuing with the children being pushed aside. Demons. The giant pirates have turned into demons. And now they're thinking about demons as they're asleep. And now, like, dream demons are coming to life. Okay. That's very cool. That's a fun little twist, that if someone manipulates them from, like, the outside world, their dreams that they're thinking of can get changed. Very interesting. Very interesting. Get up to your feet. You're not actually dead. And that's curing him. At least it looks like curing him. Like one of the ghost monsters like puts its head back on if we're gonna get sliced off, which is very cute. Wahaha. That's right. Get up and be reborn. There's no waking Elbaf from this nightmare. I like this tiger. It looks like Ryunosuke. Oh, this is a different character. Dakadun. Dakadun. This is a... Oh, this is a different character. Whoa. Now things are really cooking. With the great one here. There's no need to hold back. And that's Emu. Obviously the great one. Rampage to your heart's desire, my sleep. That's killing him? Whoa. Alright. I'm insanely impressed. I'm insanely impressed by this reveal. Wow. Rampage to your heart's content. Desire, my sleep dids. Why did I say content? Was that in the last panel? No. Whatever. Rampage to your heart's desire, my sleep dids. Remember, Elbaf, you created these monsters yourself. Wow, killing him looks awesome. He looks really cool. He's giving like he's like an edgy big mom kid right now. This is cool. I actually really like this design. He's got like horns as well, it looks like. Oh no, that's like hair shine. Okay. And he's got like a what's it called? One of the like a mythical like a war horn, which is cool. And this like kind of spear thing he has is very interesting. No, he looks really cool. He looks really cool. I like how we've done this like reverse reveal almost in a way, where we saw the hybrid form first and we see this form later. However, this is also kind of shocking. You know, we get the reveal that it's a devil fruit. I don't think we got the reveal of it being a devil fruit before, but that's cool. That's cool. So dragon fruit model Kieran, and we kind of assumed it was the Kieran, which is also funny because the Kieran now being a dragon ability makes it even funnier, because a lot of people speculated Yamato would have a Kieran, which that's kind of fun, because obviously Kaido, fish, but it was dragon. Fun. Man beast form. Okay, so is this his hybrid form? It says man beast form. So that must be like a hybrid form thing. His beast form must be when he looks like that normally, you know, with the big dragon like head. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, he looks cool. He looks very, very cool. I'm excited for it. Let's yeah. Oh god, I'm very happy I didn't look this dude up. If I did, it would have been an insta spoiler. Yeah, I just want to see his like form. Okay, so yes, his dragon body thing, that is his beast form. So that's like a... That's so interesting. And then this form, it's so different. Now, he's so cool. He's so cool. Okay. Let's continue. I don't want to sidetrack too much, you know? Okay, we're coming back to Nami, Jinbei, Usopp, Brook, and... Is Chopper here? No, Chopper left to see if he could help Scopper. Robin is still here. Okay, so we got those 5. Are there even more of them now? Looks to me like things have gotten pretty hairy. Master Dory, Master Brogy, what are you doing to your homeland? Wake up, you guys. Why do you look like that? Where's your sense of pride? Yep. Yes. Alright, this is a good start from Usopp. I'm very excited for the potential of what's to come from this. I'm very excited. That sense of pride is a huge thing, because he's such a cowardly character, at least, you know, on the outset. So I'm very intrigued to see where this goes and develops. Damn it, we can't save the children. Now I understand why Saul wasn't able to stop them. The children are being guarded by monsters and invisible thorns. And a lot of them are knocked out, obviously, because of Emu. Wake up, Bent. Ylva. I don't got time to be passing out. I'm coming to save you, boy. Just you wait. This is very cute. Because this is obviously the mom. I'm fairly certain this is the mom that the kid was scared of. And the kid's nightmare was about his mom. So seeing her try and save the kid is really sweet. I think this is a really good angle for this development. I think this is very sweet. Okay, so we got a little transition here. Somers and killing him. God, I can't get over that design. How far shall we go, Great One? The playing board is entirely in our color. They will eventually crumble under the weight of their own personal demons. Continue until it breaks. Until what breaks? The heart of Elbaf. This country would have been subjugated years ago, if not for Harold's miserable failure. Yo, please, please give us the backstory, bro. Please. Okay. Is that now like the fourth or fifth time they've alluded to this crazy backstory? I need it so bad. Like, I can't even imagine what's going to happen. Harold's failure. What's the failure? I need to know. Also, the playing board is entirely in our color. I would love to know, because obviously it could be a metaphorical playing board. Like, it could just be like a figure of speech. But I want to know if there is like a literal thing that's changing as Emu is using their ability. That would be really cool. I remember in our last stream, someone brought up the idea of Emu having a game-related ability. You know, obviously in this reversey thing really kind of builds up to that idea, which I think is really cool. So if there's a literal board, I think that would be fun. That'd be really fun. Harold's miserable failure. Okay. And we're going to cut to Loki probably, because Loki, Harold, Hyrule, like it all connects, obviously. We're probably going to cut to him. Many minutes earlier, Underworld. Okay, so probably... Oh no, this is Chopper falling up here. I didn't think this through. I really didn't think this through. Calm down, Chopper. You got this. You could do this. Make sure he doesn't die. Oh, what is that? Okay, Chopper's like doing some crazy, like running in the air. So Chopper's like running in the air. That's insane. That's insane. Okay. And uses guard point, catches Scopper. Really cool. The guard point is massive, by the way. Absolutely massive. This is a double page spread, probably. It looks like one. If you want answers, then beg me for them, Hyrule. You killed my father, Loki. He was my father, too. And yet that didn't stop you from ending his life. Knock it off, Hyrule. Hey, Chopper just fell down from above. I heard something. Did you see him? Nah. Alright. I need the double page right here. Okay, perfect. True. It does seem like something just came down from above. It was beyond the mountains. Say, how did I know it was Chopper? Someone else is with him. They're weakened. That's very interesting. So Luffy's like hockey is so cracked now that he just knew it was Chopper. That's interesting. That's really interesting to me. He just has such a good awareness, I guess, that he just sees it. And it's like, he doesn't even see it. He senses it. Really cool. Say, how did I know it was Chopper? Someone else is with him. They're weakened. That sounds pretty bad then. Did they fall all the way from the sun world above? We gotta search for them. Alright, we got obviously Hyrule's crew, Loki, and the Monster Trio. Alright. Alright. Hey, Gerd and Goldberg. You got anything on your wish list? Like someone's head or some jewels or... Oh, sure. We got wishes. Yep, they're drunk. But we're not unlocking your cuffs, Loki. Damn. Bunch of goody two-shoes. Okay, so we're back to this guy. This weird guy. The Shaggy, Mosa. Whoever Mosa or Shaggy is talking right now. Hello, hello, Loki. Shaggy, listen, I'm busy right now. I'll call back later. Don't worry. It won't take long. As a matter of fact, I'm busy too. Just one thing. Fine, fine. Just keep your voice down. I wasn't able to tell you earlier, but I will be unable to call you for a while, I think. Huh? What do you mean? At first, I found it frightening, but the more you and I talked, the more our conversations became a source of solace to me. So I wanted to express my gratitude. Hey, what's going on? Don't tell me. Are you in danger again somehow? Again? Are you in danger again? Very interesting. I'm fine. Don't worry. Where are you? I just wanted to say thank you for everything. Wait, hey, Shaggy. Damn it. What are you looking at? I'm glad to know that you have a friend to keep you company here in the lonely underworld. So you dare tell anyone. That's very interesting. So someone... Whoever Loki's been talking to, this Mosa Shaggy character, has been in danger before and thinks they're going to die soon. Thank you for everything. That was a very final conversation thing. Like, they don't plan on having the opportunity to even talk to Loki again. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hey, Gerd, prepare your medical supplies. Mr. Ya's badly hurt. Oh, wow. We just blitzed through that plot line. I genuinely thought a whole chapter was probably going to be about them finding Chopper and Scopper. No. Off-screened it. Focus on Loki. This interesting build-up with Shaggy Mosa. Okay. I guess everyone really loves this guy, huh? You're lucky that Chopper was here to save you. Good job, Chopper. What? God. Yeah, it's Chopper being like all shy. Very cute. What? This old guy? He was on the King of the Pirates crew? He sailed with Roger and Rayleigh? He and Dark King Rayleigh were known as the wings of the King of the Pirates. Oh, wow. We're not even... Wow. Wow. Okay. So, I remember seeing something that it was the arms of the Pirate King for Roger and... not Roger. Rayleigh and Scopper. But no, they're the wings as well. Very interesting. Very interesting. He and Dark King Rayleigh were known as the wings of the King of the Pirates. I assume he was the third strongest on the crew. What? So he was a huge pirate, huh? That would explain why he was so tough. And it means he knows Shanks. Look, he's trying to say something. What is it, Mr. Ya? Second strongest. I love that. He seems really fixated on that detail. That's really cute. I do like that Zoro-Sanji parallel. It's good to see you awake again, Mr. Ya. How could this have happened to you? Oh, about that. There's huge trouble going on up there, Luffy. Everyone listen up. The children were taken hostage by a couple bad guys, and nobody could do anything to stop them. There are giant monsters rampaging around, and... Oh, we got a cutaway. We got a cutaway. We got a cutaway. Hold up. That's got to be Emu. That's got to be Emu. Because, wait. No. When did... we're going to go to the last chapter real quick. Really quickly. Yeah, the last chapter, that blast of hockey, was when Emu showed themselves fully possessed Goonko. That was after Chopper jumped down, wasn't it? Because Chopper was following Scopper after Scopper was shot by Goonko. Right around here. Yep. Chopper falls off. Emu shows up. Okay. Interesting. I like this little, like, what's everyone up to? I like that. Rampage around and then that hockey blast. Ugh, no, that hockey. So Scopper knows who this is. Scopper sensed this hockey before. Zoro looks shook. Zoro actually looks shook. My word. Everyone back on the lift. We're returning to the Sun World. Elbaf's in danger. Save your breath, Chopper. I get the idea. I get the idea. Whose preposterous hockey is that? Dog, ha ha ha. Looks like you're going to need me after all. Okay. Okay. It's time to lock in. Loki is going to be unchained. What's going to happen? I'm very excited. I am very excited. I like this like trio shot here of Hyrudin, Luffy, Loki. This goes absurdly hard. This goes hard. Now this is a solid chapter. This is a solid chapter. I'm not gonna say it's the level of the last one because I just don't think so. To be blunt, it is not a lot of reaction. Not a lot of reaction. We got a cutaway to see what everyone else is up to, which is that's good. That's good. I expected mostly reaction, so I think I'm fine with this. I think I'm honestly pretty like, why not? So, at the moment, I would probably give it like a 7 or an 8. And whatever I gave the last chapter, which I think was an 8 or 9, I'm leaning more. No, let's give this one a 7.5. Let's give it a 7.5. We got some cool moments. We get more of this build up with the giants having that connected history. You know, like Brogy talking to Kashi. That's cool. That's really cool. And obviously we're getting a lot of build up here. It is kind of crazy that I think my wildest moment of the chapter was the Killingham face reveal. That was crazy. Did not expect that whatsoever. Kind of flabbergasted at that because he actually looks cool. He went from like the funny guy to the cool guy in like no time flat. So that's fun. That's fun. I love the like sharp teeth as well. Like I didn't even really talk about that. I wonder if that has to do with the beast form or if he normally has teeth like that. And if he normally does, that could imply like some intriguing lineage stuff because usually only like fishmen have that kind of teeth. And it makes it kind of intriguing because he's a dragon devil fruit. But there is no dragon like devil fruit because the fish fruit is technically the dragon fruit. I thought the panel where we saw the board game was Emu flipping it in real time. I love that. I love that. I think it could be like I said, like a metaphorical game board. However, I would prefer vastly if there is a physical game board kind of updating as the tide of battle changes. I think that would be really cool. And a very charming, goofy One Piece thing that eventually would be obviously really serious. So I would prefer that if it's a physical board that exists. You know, I'm kind of thinking. I'm also kind of thinking right now, right? What if, you know, I don't like saying, oh, what's the One Piece, whatever. But if we're continuing this game, the through line, right? If we're really going to continue this, because think about it, which is kind of crazy. Ever since, like, Dressrosa, yeah, every single villain has had, like, a card or some kind of game as a major part of their aesthetic. And you might think, oh, that's just Kaido and Doflamingo. No, Big Mom had a ton of, like, chess people as well. There's always this connection with, like, games. And what if this is all, like, leading to this thing where the One Piece is, like, the missing piece to play, like, a board game of some kind? That could be fun. That could be fun. That's obviously a bit of a reach, but that is a physical object that would be seen as especially not important. But all this game stuff, it's kind of making me think, like, maybe. maybe, why not? So, I don't know. I'm very on the path of the One Piece not being important itself, because that makes it more interesting. Like, that was what they chose of all things. I think that could be neat. Let's see what else there was. Killing him reveal. There was, yeah, the board game. I'm very intrigued by this too. Say, how did I know it was Chopper? Like, he did know it was Chopper, but how? He's got to have, like, he had to have, like, a hockey bloom of some kind. He had to have a hockey bloom of some kind while fighting Scopper. He had to. There's no way he just, or like Kizaru, you know, he had to have some kind of bloom of some kind, because how did he just know it was Chopper? How did he know? Someone said, if Emu's using a game board, what if the One Piece is one game piece? No, that's what I'm saying, Brandon King. That's what I'm saying. I think that would be cute. It would be something seen as kind of insignificant, you know? And I like that. And if we keep the board game thing, like, I think that works. I think that works really well. I was thinking it was kind of the voice of all things kicking in. No, it definitely could be. It definitely could be. But that's like a crazy high level technique that not even some of the top tiers of the whole world can have. So if he's like developing this further, it would be interesting, because Luffy is the sun god that they want so badly. So maybe there's also connection with this island's worship of the sun god possibly making Luffy stronger. That would be kind of neat. But I don't know. I do agree with the voice of all things thing. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Brady King, I will be able to check it out later. But I would say to, oh, that's far. I would say to just link it in the Discord, just so I can see it, just to make certain. Theory, what if the D's are immune to Reversi since they have checkered fate? You know why that would be cool? No, it doesn't fully work. It doesn't fully work. Because I was thinking, when you flip D upside down or right side up, it's the same. But it's kind of weird. Because I like what I just said. If you flip it, it's the same. Like right side up, upside down, it still looks the exact same. But you could say that with like, oh, the letter B is the same in that way. Ooh, like D, like, oh, Dory starts with D. But I don't know. I think my point still stands about the flipping, and it's the same. It needs work. It needs work. We'll put a pin in that idea, but that's interesting. This stuff here with Shaggy is intriguing. Someone earlier said, apparently Dawn and Dusk on Twitter said Mosa's dialogue feels very feminine, not assertive or forceful. So you think that this isn't like some old man, like the Shaggy thing is just a complete front? That could be interesting. That could be intriguing. Who could that be then? I will be unable to call you for a while, I think. At first I found it frightening, but the more you and I talked, the more our conversations became a source of solace to me. So I wanted to express my gratitude. I just wanted to say thank you for everything. Like, to me, that sounds like they're gonna die. They're gonna die. Whoever that is. It's like, that sounds very final. Very, very final. Hmm. That's a very interesting through line. I'm excited for more of that. And then we also had, obviously, Luffy finding out Scopper is Scopper, and the really cute little gag of Scopper saying he's the second, just like how Sanji did in Wano. Well, all the time. So that's very cute. That's very cute. If a third Figarland sibling drops, I don't know what to tell you. That's gonna be a lot to unpack. I already was very on the fence about Shanks having a twin in the first place. I was very, very on the fence. So we think Jarl. Oh, cause Jarl thinks he's gonna die, cause he's seeing the demon giants and all that. But that's interesting though, cause the demon giants didn't happen yet at this point. The demon giants happened after Emu did the hockey blast and then activated these reversey powers. But maybe Jarl is kind of expecting something really bad's going to happen because maybe they've seen Emu before, or at least powers similar enough to Emu. That'd be crazy. That'd be really something. I would be incredibly intrigued to see if that's the case. I would love that. Because we already know Jarl's the oldest person alive who's like actually not immortal. So it's very interesting. I think that could be cool. Just the potential that Jarl even knows a glimpse of Emu or anything like that. That's good. That is good. Excuse me. Now it is intriguing though, because you said the text is very like feminine, very passive. You know, Jarl obviously doesn't give that vibe because he's meant to be like the brave warrior kind of vibe. So that'd be interesting, because that could even be a great tie into Usopp, because Jarl and Usopp obviously had a lot of little build up earlier on in the arc. If Jarl in truth isn't actually this brave warrior king and is actually feminine, not assertive or forceful, that would be really powerful, because it shows that you can still be seen as not, you know, a warrior, but you can still be strong and inspire people and, you know, all that stuff. So I think that would be a great little lesson for Usopp if this does turn out to be the case. So I'm a big fan of this idea, actually, of Shaggy Mosa being Jarl. Obviously, the beard is massive, but I thought maybe that's like some kind of cover up, because we, you know, oh, the snail's in like a cold, you know, environment. It could be a lot of things. Could be a lot of things. Very, very intriguing. I thought this was a pretty good chapter overall. However, I'm not seeing if there is a break next week or not. It seems like, because usually it says like new chapter in blank days, you know? Does anyone know if there is a new chapter next week? One Piece. Oh, there is no chapter next week. It seems like there's no chapter next week. I looked up One Piece 1152, and it seems like we're good. I mean, that was a pretty good panel to end on. We get the anticipation of what's to come with Loki, especially, joining the fray. I'm very excited to see what Loki does. Very intriguing. Also, thoughts on reversal. If you had to pick a straw hat to get reversied for a character growth, or just to see what would happen, who would it be? For me, it would be Robin or Sanji. Talk about like someone turning evil. Obviously, they would be fixed somehow. We'd find a way. Someone getting reversed. I'm thinking immediately I would kind of like someone like Jinbei. Because Jinbei, he was on that like more angry, vengeful kind of mentality for a while, but he changed. If there you could possibly see some kind of remnant of that still inside of him and amplified by the Reversey, that could be intriguing. And it would be a good way to show like how strong he is now that he has this backbone of people that really love him, versus the Sun Pirates, who did love him as well, but I don't know. I think that would be cool. It would give Jinbei some spotlight as well. With Sanji, I could see him becoming the warrior of Germa, who could be Luffy's weapon. And then Zoro would have to upload his promise, uphold. Why did I say upload? Uphold his promise and fight him. So you're saying Sanji because of the potential Zoro Sanji fight. Intriguing. And the Germa stuff. That's cool. That's cool. I think outside of Jinbei, I'm not certain. I could easily see Usopp happening, but then it doesn't work. My initial thought was Shirahoshi, and like Luffy, Loki got her name wrong and called her Shaggy. They both have been isolated, and that's how they became pen pal friends. Both are royals, and one lives in the Atom Tree, one under the Eve Tree. That's fire. I love that under the tree through line here. That is so cool. And if you melted the underworld, it would probably be a ton of water as well. Just like, obviously, Fisherman Island. Very interesting. I do like the Luffy comparison as well with the name wrong. That's something very Luffy. And Loki being a Luffy parallel, especially with rocks, obviously, would be great. Would be great. I am a fan of that idea. Because Shirahoshi, she was alone forever. If she had someone to talk to, that would be a fun little angle that I don't think anyone would have expected. I do think that is going to be it for me, though, because I'm getting somewhat hungry. I haven't eaten really today. However, we will see if anyone else is live, just to make sure. And next week, since there is no chapter, I will most likely try to do the Buggy Bash. I'll most likely try and do that. Not certain if it will be on Sunday specifically, but since there's no chapter on Sunday, who's to say it can't be? We will, I will keep you all posted on what's happening with the Buggy Bash as the week goes on. For those who don't know what the Buggy Bash is a yearly, at this point, stream where a bunch of creators come together and talk about One Piece, kind of give updates, fun little stuff like that. A lot of people, are welcome to join, obviously. And it gives you the opportunity to ask a bunch of creators as a sort of time capsule moment. That's the main reason I wanted to do it, because the first Buggy Bash was after 1082, which is an absolutely phenomenal chapter. And in honor of Buggy, legendary character, I just decided to name it after him. And with Elbaf going through these really intriguing developments, I think that delaying it for a bit was the right call, because originally it was going to be in May, but the community, I felt, was not really fully locked into Elbaf. But this Emu arrival has completely changed the game. And it being a break week, I think is the perfect time to talk about the Elbaf, arc as it is right now. No, Brandon, I didn't hear. Obviously, you don't need to say it on stream, but just let me know in a DM or something. That'd be appreciated. I've been off social media for pretty much like 4 days. The only reason I went on today is because I saw a Persona 4 remake, and I was like, happy fan art someone sent me for the game. But yeah, next week, Buggy Bash, big fun stream, a lot of One Piece creators. Make sure to tune in. Make sure to, hopefully, I say this every time with the Buggy Bash, maybe Buggy will do something by this point. And he hasn't, but the story definitely has. So I'm very excited to talk about it with a lot of people. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see if we can redirect to anyone. I saw that Volume 1 was live, celebrating 5 years of being on YouTube, and I will redirect to them right now, because guess what? They deserve love. 5 years of the grind set. Shouts to them. But that will be it from me. Hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned next week. Buggy Bash 3. It's going to be awesome. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care and have a good one.